Hello students, welcome back to online classes of digital communication. So I am Aisha Sultana, Assistant Professor of ISL Engineering College from EC department. So in today's class I am going to discuss about two examples of your error detecting as well as your error correcting, that what we have seen in the previous class. So I hope you all remember error detecting capability can be given as d less than or equals to d minimum minus 1, and as well as error correcting capability formula is given as small t less than or equals to d minimum minus 1. So this is d minimum is the minimum distance between your code words, and what is the minimum distance between the code words, that also I hope you all remember. I'll revise once again. So what is the Hamming distance between the two code words? How you are going to find out? So it is the difference between two code words is number of corresponding code words. Means the Hamming distance between two code words is the number of differences between their corresponding code words. That I have clearly explained you people in the last class how you are going to find it out, the Hamming distance, right? So the minimum Hamming distance is the smallest distance or the smallest Hamming distance between all the possible pairs in the set of words. So you have to consider two set of code words, and in that one you have to see the numbers which are different in corresponding bits. Okay, then that will be giving you the Hamming distance, and the minimum distance in this is nothing but it is the smallest Hamming distance between all the pairs of sets that you are having in a particular word. So depending upon this one, today we will be seeing the problems, two example problems. So how you are going to find out your Hamming distance as well as your error detecting and error correcting capability. Okay. So the error correcting capability formula was given by t less than or equals to d minimum minus 1 divided by 2. This is not actually whole divided by 2. T is separate. Okay. So t is called as your error correcting capability. But where comes to your error detecting capability, how you are going to find that one? D is less than or equals to d minimum minus 1. What is this d minimum? Minimum Hamming distance. Okay. So by using that minimum Hamming distance, we will be going to find out where is the error, and as well as we are able to correct that particular error. Clear? So now see the problem that I am going to discuss here is, consider a code word which is described in the table. This is the table that will be given by the examiner in the exam. So here are the first one, you have to find error correcting as well as your error detecting capability. Error correcting is small t, you have to find out, as well as capital D, error detecting capability. So this is the code word that has been given, and these are the weights. Now tell me, what is the minimum weight? D minimum, how much is here? Minimum is 3. Yes. See here what we have said, the minimum distance is the smallest Hamming distance between all the pairs, all the possible pairs in your set of words. So these are the set of words, and the minimum weight here is 3. Yes, of course it is 3. Okay. So from the set of code words, the minimum weight is given as 3, and hence the minimum distance is also given as d min is equals to 3. Now easily you can find it out, how much is your error correcting capability. So small t is less than or equals to d minimum minus 1. So how much you'll get? 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So that is 2 divided by 2. Obviously you'll get 1. So your error correcting capability is t less than or equals to 1. Okay. Now comes to error detecting capability. What is the formula for that one? D is less than or equals to d min minus 1. What is the d minimum? That is 3. 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So the error detecting capability can be given as 2. Okay. So this is how you have to find it out, the error correcting as well as error detecting capability. It is also one of the important questions for your external examination. Either for 2 marks or for the 5 marks questions, you can expect this kind of question. So one more. So in the last class, I forgot to give the link to attach the assignment. So in today's class, I will be sharing the link where you have to attach the assignment of your previous class along with this today's class. Okay, ma'am. So I will be giving the problem, this next problem, that is your assignment, to find out error correcting as well as error detecting capability. So this is your code word. So consider the code described by two errors that can be repeated. Find the error correcting and error detecting capability. Now what you have to find here, small t as well as the d value. What is t formula? D minimum minus 1 divided by 2. What is d minimum? Minimum distance in this particular code word. So what is the minimum distance that you have got here, ma? Here you have 5. See, all the 5, you have 5 non-zero elements are here. So here you got 2 and here you got 3. So depending upon the code words that is given already, you have got the weights, and that is nothing but your minimum distance also. Now you have to tell me what is the minimum distance, as well as you have to do this problem and send me as the assignment. Okay, so error correcting capability, I'll repeat the formula once again. Small t less than or equals to d minimum minus 1 divided by 2, and error detecting capability, capital D, is less than or equals to d minimum minus 1. So here the minimum distance you have to find it out, and also along with that one you have to find the two things that are given in your question. Clear? Now I am moving to the next part of the class that is very important for your long answer questions in the exam. The standard array or syndrome detecting, very important part. So please do listen it very carefully. So what is standard array and syndrome detecting? It is nothing but you have to find it out actual error. So I am telling the definition, please make a note. It is used to it is used in error control coding as to detect as well as to correct the errors in the particular code. So what this standard array will be doing? Standard array is different and syndrome detecting is different. So first I am telling about the standard array. So you have to find out all the code words. Okay. Next topic in your syllabus is your standard array and syndrome detecting. In today's class I am discussing about your standard array. So what is standard array? It is used in your error control coding as to detect and as well as to correct the codes. Okay, whatever the error which are present in your particular code, the first they will be determining that one, and along with that one they will also be correcting the proper codes. Now these problems are very interesting. I'll tell you the steps how you are going to do. Okay, then we'll see the problem of your standard array. So what standard array? Standard array is a technique by which 2 to the power of n possible received code vectors or received vectors can be partitioned into 2 power k disjoint subsets. So what you will be doing here? All this will be this is a particular technique by which 2 power n means, suppose if I'll give an example of 7,3. So how many code words I'll be getting? 2 to the power of 3, so 8. So these particular your code words will be divided or partitioned into 8 disjoint subsets. So that can be constructed by using 2 steps. Step 1. So I'll repeat it once again. The standard array is a technique by which 2 power n, it is 2 power n possible received code vectors or the received vectors can be partitioned into 2 power k disjoint subsets, and that can be reconstructed by using your 2 steps. The very first step you have to do is write down all the 2 power k code words as the elements, okay, as the elements of the first row with all the 0 code words. That is, if I give C1 is equals to 6 words are there, so 0 0 0 0 0 0. This is the first code word as the leftmost column of the element. Then the second one, you have to choose the vector A2 as the leftmost element of the next row from the remaining n tuples. Tuples is nothing but an order or a set of the data that you are already having. So that set of data, like how many data bits you are having in that one. So in that one you have to select the element your A2 as the leftmost element of the next row, and from the remaining n tuples means n data, set of data bits. So in that one, again in the step 2 you are having again 2 steps, sets you have there. So select E2 such that it should be having least weight in that one. Suppose if your bit is of 6 bits, so least bit means only one non-zero element should be present. For example, 0 0 0 0 0 1. So that gives you the element which is having least weight. Now after that, what is the second step you have to do? Complete the current row by adding the leftmost element to each non-zero code word and appearing in the first row, and write down all the resulting sum in the corresponding column. Then that you have to make one by one. So these overall will be making you the standard array. Okay, so what is a standard array? It is used to mainly this is used in the error control coding, so that will be detecting as well as the correcting the errors in the particular code. So for that one, it is a technique in which 2 to the power of n possible received code vectors that are to be partitioned into 2 power k disjoint subsets, and they are constructed by using these two steps. So we'll see one problem, so that will be very easy. An example problem, how you are going to arrange this syndrome array. I'll show you the figure. So see this this is the first code vector that I have obtained, and these are the code vectors you have to write, and this is the E2. E2 is the POSIX leader or the code word or the element that you are selecting, which is having a minimum weight to that one, and that is added up first. Okay, but this is the first step. What is the first step? Write down 2 power k code words as the elements of the first row with all the non-zero or the zero code words. Okay, this one. Then the second one you have to do, choose a vector E2 as the leftmost element. Of course, this is the leftmost element of the next row from the remaining n tuples. So these are your n set of data. An ordered n set of data. Okay, so I have chosen E2 as one of the code vector. Now you have to, what is the step 2? This E2 should be have least weight in this one. Then after completing this one, you have to add this current row. This current row should be added with your leftmost element, that is your E2, and that to that one you have to add each non-zero code word appearing in the first row, and you have to write down the results here in the downwards, and that your complete column should be completed. So this is the E2. First what you have to do, I have taken C1, C2, C3, C4 up to C2k. Now I have chosen this E2. This is your vector. So this is also called as your POSIX leader. Okay. So these has to be added with C2 plus E2. Now again what you have to do, this E3 should be added with this one, C2 only. Again E4 should be added with C2 only. E5 should be added with C2 only. You should not be adding this resultant one. Resultant code should not be added. The original code words that whatever you are having, you have to add that with your particular code vector. Okay, POSIX leader. So e to the power of E2n minus k plus C2. So all this you have to add, and you have to complete the column. And similarly, this again you have to POSIX leader with the second code word you have to add and complete this column. Again you have to add POSIX leader with the third code word, and you have to complete this column. This is how your complete columns will be getting. So that's the reason we call it as a standard array. You will get an array of code words over here. So here you are going to construct a standard array. Clear? So we'll just see a problem regarding this standard array. See here, construct a standard array for 6,3 linear blocks. Okay, linear block codes which are generated by using a generator matrix, which is given by G is equals to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and identity matrix, it is given parity matrix 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. What is the first step you have to do over here? You have to construct a standard array. For this standard array, you need the code words. How you are going to find out the code words? What is the formula for finding the code words? C is equals to D into G or M into G. D is nothing but data words that are to be constructed. How many data words that you will be obtaining? So D into G. How many data words that you are getting? 2 to the power of k. What is k value here? N comma k. K is 3. So 2 to the power of 3 is nothing but 8. So how many bits we will be getting? 8 bit streams you will be getting here. So 8 data stream I have got here. So C, what is the code vector? C is equals to D into G. D 0 0 0 into G is combination of your identity matrix as well as your parity matrix, which is already given in the question. Now you have to do the multiplication of your data stream along with your generator matrix. Now see here, first code vector C1 is equals to 0 0 0 into this one. So what I will be getting? all zeros, 6 bits of zeros. Okay, see here 6, 3. This gives you the weight of your particular code. I have got 6 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. So the first code word is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Second code word similarly 0, 0, 1 into the generator matrix. Third code is, what is the third data bit? 0, 1, 0 into the generator matrix. Fourth one similarly 0, 1, 1 into generator matrix. Fifth one 1, 0, 0 into generator matrix. And the sixth one is 1, 0, 1 into generator matrix. And the last one, what you are having, seventh bit, seventh code is your 1, 1, 1 into generator matrix. So this is how you will be getting all your 8 bits, 8 code words you have to get. Now after getting all these 8 code words, now you have to move for the standard array. Now you have to prepare your standard array, correct? You are going to construct. What is the first step you have to do? Write down all the 2 power code words as the elements. See here, what is the first step? Write down 2 power k words as the elements, code words as the elements, and the first row with all the 0 code words. So what you are having here in this one, what is the first code word that you have got here? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7 and C8. These are all the code words that you have got. First step, it is completed. Okay, we have written all the 2 power k code words, right? Now next one, what you have to do? Choose a vector E2 as the leftmost element of the next row from the remaining n tuples. So this, if this is my set of code words or the data, from this tuple I am choosing one code vector, and what is that one? Which should be having minimum weight and the leftmost column. So here it is the leftmost column, correct? Now listen here very carefully. The second step, what you are choosing, this is your second step. Choose a vector E2, okay, as the leftmost element of the next row. This is your next row, right? So this is the next row from the remaining n tuples. So from this one I am going to select this 0, 0, 0 as the coset leader of your next row. And to this one, what you have to do? You have to add this one. How you are going to add? This E2 code vector which has been selected, that should be added with your second code vector. What is the second code vector you have here? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus this code one. What is this code you have to add? This one. That you have to add. First you have written all the code vectors. These are all the code vectors, right? After in that one I have selected one of the row, one of the leftmost code vector as your coset leader. To that one I am going to add the minimum weight. Complete the current. You have to select the your E2 such that it should be having the least weight or the minimum weight. So what is the least weight here? I am going to add one at the leftmost part of to that one. So these E2 now has to be added with your code word. So what is this E2? 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus your code vector. What is this code vector you are having? 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Now you add, everyone should be carrying the book. You add your 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So what is the answer that you will be getting? 0. From the right side you have to add 0 plus 0, you will be getting 0, these two terms. 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, again 1, 0 plus 1, again 1, 0 plus 1 is again 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, again 0 plus 1, what is the output that you have to get? This is 1. So correct? So this is the output you will be getting. That is nothing but C2 plus E2. Now you do same thing, C3 plus E2. What is C3 value? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 plus 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. All these elements when you are getting added up with 0, same answer you will be getting. But the last term, 0 plus 1, what is the answer? 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is how you have to add up and complete this particular column. This particular column should be completed. Okay. Now see the next one. Now in the second one, again coset leader with the minimum distance, minimum weight I have considered, and what I am doing, I am moving it to the leftmost column. Again I have to move. okay, with least weight. So now my coset leader is 0 1 0 0 0. Where you have to add this one, again you have to add this one to here, this code word. So 0 1 0 0 0 0 plus 0 0 1 1 0. So what is the answer that you will be getting? This is 0 plus 0 0, again 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, again 1 plus 0, obviously 1, and 0 plus 0. So you will be getting the second code word by using this what you will say, coset leader. So with this coset leader should be added up with this first code vectors, this row of code vectors. You should not be adding with the resultant code vector that you have got from the coset leader of set 2. Okay, then afterwards third one, again I will be moving on my 1 to the rightmost bit. Again I have to add this with the your original code vectors. So again this E3 plus C2, E3 plus C4, E3 plus C5. Similarly you have to complete up to the last column when you will be getting 1 0 0 1. So how many cosets we have taken? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, because you have got all 8 bit strings. Yes, so this is how you have to construct your standard array. So I hope you are clear with this part. So you have to do this problem, make a note and send me as an assignment. I will be sharing the link, the Google link, where you have to attach this problem along with that one. Okay, so complete 3 assignments you have to give. The last previous class assignment, along with that one you have to do the error detecting and error correcting capability T as well as capital D for you have to find it out, and this one finding or constructing the standard array for the given problem. So this is how you have to find. So I hope you are clear with this part. In case of any doubts regarding this problem, do let me know or just text me. I'll explain it once again. So I'll wind up the class here itself. Thank you.